Hello everyone. So let me start off by sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all of you now. So basically the agenda for today's meeting is how to create a multi-time frame strategy on Tradetron. All right. So we will just start off with it. And if you have any questions, we will answer those questions at the end of the webinar. So once we have created a strategy, and I will show you how the trades work out. And then according to that, you can basically create your own strategy. All right. So yeah, let me just add a couple of people who are trying to join in, and we will start off. All right. So in order to create a strategy, first of all, we have to go to this. Once we have logged in, we have to go to this strategy creation page. So I will just click on this. So once we are on the strategy creation page, what we will have to do is we can just simply name the strategy. So for this, I will just type multi-time frame strategy. All right, and I will just create it for now. I will just go to the bottom and I will click on create. So once we have created and saved the strategy initially, then we will start off by creating different sets. So for this strategy, we will create two sets, one for buy position, that is one for going long, that is buying a call option, and one for going short, that is buying a put option. So I will add another set. So there will be two sets in this strategy. So we'll see how to create this. So first of all, I will just create a simple entry condition for a multi-time frame entry. So in this case, what we will do is I will just put, say, first of all, time condition that I want to enter into the strategy after 9, suppose number 9:30 a.m. All right. So this is the initial entry condition. After this, what we will do is we will also use one important keyword. So this is a keyword that you should be very well versed with, and that is the net quantity keyword. So net quantity, what it does is it checks whether there is a trade that has already happened active for that particular entry condition. And if it is active, then it will not take that trade. So that's the reason why we will use net quantity traded instrument name entry instrument. In this case, we will use Bank Nifty as the index. Nifty Bank 111 is equal to number 0. So what it will check is that from the set number 1, leg number 1, and entry condition number 1, the quantity is not already open. If it is already open, we don't want to buy that quantity again and again. So it's a good check to have. So once you put this, then only if the quantity is not open, then it will take the trade. Else it will not take the trade. Yes, I am speaking. Is anyone having any issue with this thing? I guess maybe there is an issue at your end, Mr. Kaushik. Is everybody else able to hear me? Can you just mention in the chat box if you are able to hear me, please? Yes. So, Mr. Kaushik, you can check your condition, please. Yeah, Mr. Kaushik, sir, there is an issue at your end. All right. So I will just continue with the presentation. So over here, we have added net quantity as the keyword for 110. Similarly, we will also use net quantity, same formula for the second set as well. So we want to check that there is no open position in either the first set or the second set. Then only a trade should take place. All right, is equal to number 0. All right. So once we have done this, now we will come to main condition where we will check the multi-time frame positions. All right. So in this case, for this example, we will check a super trend where we will say that a previous candle on a 1-minute time frame has closed above the super trend, and also the 5-minute candle has closed above the super trend. So we were checking multi-time frame. So we are checking 5 minutes as well as 1 minute to see whether those both closes are above the super trend close value, so that according to that it will take the trade and it will confirm the trend that it's an uptrend or a downtrend. All right. So first of all, I will just put position close -1. -1 is basically the previous candle. So position close -1. I will just zoom in a little bit so it's clear to you. I will click on symbol. Over here, I will select a 5-minute time frame, 5 minutes, and I will select the instrument name. In this case, we will select Nifty Bank Spot Index. So NFO, Nifty Bank is greater than. So this condition, we want it to be greater than the super trend value, right? So in this case, I will just put greater than. In this case, we will check position of super trend. So position, I will select super trend -1 for a 5-minute time frame. So over here also, you can select any super trend value that you want. So for example, I can just put say 5 and 2. All right. You can put whatever you're comfortable with, and then according to that, you will be able to see. So over here, now I will select the time frame over here. We'll let it be 5 minutes, since we are checking on a 5-minute time frame for the first part. All right. Over here, 5 minutes, and I will select the instrument name. That will be NFO Nifty Bank. That is the spot index. So this first part is created now. So where we are checking that the close of the previous candle, the 5-minute candle, should be greater than the close of the super trend on a 5-minute candle basis for 5-2. All right. Similarly, we will do the same for a shorter time frame, that is 1 minute. So you can keep on changing this as per your liking. All right. So I will just put this condition and also greater than. Simply copy paste over here like this by clicking on this plus condition. So this, you don't have to type this again and again. And over here, I will simply change the time frame by clicking on this particular 1 minute. All right. So over here also, time frame will be changed to 1 minute. So we are checking multi-time frame candles over here, that we are checking 1 minute candle close is also above super trend, and 5-minute candle close is also above super trend in both the cases. So this can be for any time frame that you want. So right now I've selected 5 minutes. There is a request by one of the clients today that he wanted multi-time frame on a 15-minute basis and a daily basis. So in that case, you can change this to 15 minutes that you have, and in another in another batch that we have over here, another column, you can select a daily candle. So you have a daily option also, weekly, day also. So you can select day as a time frame, and automatically it will then basically check the conditions on a daily candle. So according to this, you can change the time frame. And more importantly, it's not just on this particular indicator. So for example, if you want to check a similar condition on any other parameter, for example, I want to check the close above is greater than, say, RSI. So then in that case, instead of super trend, what I will do is I will simply click on RSI. All right. So this RSI is basically instead of super trend, if I want to check the RSI of a day candle or the 5-minute candle, then I can check RSI also instead of super trend. Similarly, if I want say EMA or any other parameter, so you can select that over here, and it will check the conditions on those indicators. As per your liking, whichever indicator you want, you can choose that. So just for this example, we have chosen super trend. So you can choose whichever you want. You can choose EMA, WMA, or anything that you like. All right, but the format will remain the same. So it will be simple for you to understand that way. So this is the way we construct the entry condition. So with this entry condition, what we want to do is we will make a simple position that we want to create. So in this case, as we discussed, what we will do is we will select NFO, call Nifty Bank, let it be current week, and since it is FNO, we will select as lots. So ATM and this thing, either MIS or intraday or MIS we can select, and we will simply add this position. So this is basically the entry condition. Now we'll go to the bottom and first of all update this strategy. So once I've updated, this particular part will be created. So in order to exit this position, you have to always make sure that, you know, either this particular condition that you're using should also be the same at the downside also. So it cannot be like, you know, if you put just 1 minute exit condition. So for example, if you have entered on the basis of 5 minutes and 1 minute, and if you put the exit condition as based on 1 minute, then in that case, what can happen is your strategy can go into loop. because your entry condition will also be active at the same time, and your exit condition will also be active, may become active soon at the same time. All right. So that's the reason why I always check that your logic is proper, so that your exit conditions and entry conditions do not get overlapped with each other. All right. So if, please explain entry once again. So entry condition is simple over here. So first of all, we are checking that the time should be greater than 9:30 a.m. At the same time, we are checking that the net quantity of 111, that is the entry condition of set number 1, is equal to 0, and the position from set number 2, which we will create now, is also equal to 0. All right. After that, we are checking that the position close of the previous candle, that is the -1 candle, on a 5-minute candle basis. So we are checking the 5-minute candle, that it should be greater than the super trend value on a 5-minute candle basis. All right, for a 5-2 super trend parameter. Similarly, we are checking that the previous candle of 1-minute time frame, that is -1, is greater than the super trend of the 1-minute time frame on a 5-2 basis. So basically, this is for 5 minutes, this is for 1 minute. So that's how it basically works on both the time frames. All right. So this is multi-time frame. You can put any time frame that you want. Let's please this thing, mute your mics, please. I will have to mute everyone. Yes. Okay. All right. So once we are done, one time frame satisfied and second time to set X, 1 hour to satisfy. Will it hold good? Yes. So as long as both the conditions are not true, it will not take the trade, because that is the reason why it's an AND condition. If you make this as OR, then any of this condition gets true, then it will be traded. But since this is an AND condition and all of the conditions have to be satisfied at the same time, then only it will place the trade. So that is how multi-time frame condition works. All right. So it has to be all of the conditions have to be satisfied together. So I will show you. I've already created this strategy and deployed in paper trading. So I will show you how it actually has taken the trades, and according to that you will understand. All right. So I will just save this. And for the exit condition, make sure that this does not go into loop. So make sure that your exit condition is also very logical, that at the same time both entry and exit condition should not match. So for this condition, we will make a simple PNL based exit condition, that whenever I will just put traded instrument PNL, traded instrument entry PNL, that is profit and loss, Y bank 111 is greater than or equal to number, suppose 500. All right. So whenever this call option that we have entered reaches a profit of 500, then I want to exit it, or I will take the questions at the end. All right. So don't worry, I will answer your questions. So, and at the same time, if you want to check, now this we will put in OR, that either we are putting a target for this particular call option that we have bought, or we are putting a stop loss, that whenever the traded instrument PNL is less than equal to minus number 500. So either profit of 500 or minus 500, you can always keep on changing this as per your requirement. Then I want to exit this call position. All right. So this will work. This will exit only this call position, since this is the set 1 exit. All right. Similarly, now we will create the set 2 entry for put buy position. So once we have already created the strategy, I will also take you through the entire strategy once again. So you will, if you have any doubts at that time, it will get cleared. So now what I will do is I will simply copy this same condition, and we will just put it in the set number 2, and we will change the variables for this. So we don't have to type all of this again and again. So this will remain the same, that the time should be greater than 9:30. The net quantity also should be equal to 0, and 211 should also be equal to 0. All right. And at the same time, we will be checking that this condition should be less than this, and this condition should be less than this. So this is basically the downside crossover, right? Downside not crossover, but that both the parameters should be less than a super trend for a short condition, where we are checking that the close of super trend on a 5-minute close of the candle on a 5-minute basis is less than the super trend on a 5-2 parameter on this particular basis, on a super trend basis for a 5-2 parameter. At the same time, we are checking on a 1 minute also that the close of a candle should be less than the 1 minute candle of that 1 minute super trend parameter. All right. So So after this, what will happen is, so this is basically the entry condition of the put option. All right. So over here, once we have added the entry condition, what I will do is I will simply buy the put in this position builder. NFO. This is the put option. I will select Nifty Bank. Here we will put MIS. Select ATM call of ATM put of Nifty. Select current week, and here we will select lots as 1. All right, I will add this. So this is basically the entry condition for put option. And similarly, as we have added the PNL condition for the put option, we will add basically the exit condition for put option also. All right. So over here, what we will do is we will simply copy the exit condition from here, and we will paste the exit condition over here, and we will change the set number link. So this is basically we are checking the put PNL for the put position, right? So that's the reason why I will change this to set number 2, because put is in set number 2. So 211 and traded instrument PNL for 211. So either profit and loss for the put position is what we will check over here. So this will again be in OR condition. So this is how the set entry and exit works. And we will add one simple universal exit. Since this is an intraday strategy, what I will do is universal exit will be at say 14:58 at around 3 p.m. All right, NSE is greater than equal to number 14:58 p.m. All right, and I will change this to continuous check because that's important. All right, and I will just update this. So now this strategy is created. So what we have done is, in simple terms, we are entering on the call side when the super trend on a 1 minute candle time frame and the 5 minute candle time frame is above, when the close of the candle is above the super trend values on a 1 minute and the 5 minute candle time frame. Similarly, this is for call buy position, and we are exiting it whenever the profit reaches either 500 or a stop loss reaches minus 500 for the call option 111. Similarly, on the set number 2, what we are doing is we are buying a put position if there is a close that happens below the super trend value on a 5 minute candle time frame basis and on a 1 minute time frame basis for the same parameters. All right, and at the same time, we are buying a put over here, and we are squaring that put off in the exit condition by checking the PNL value of the put option only. That is basically 211 for the put option and 211 for the put option on the target and the stop loss basis. All right, and what we are checking is the universal exit condition, that the strategy should stop taking the trades after 14:58, that is after 3 p.m. All right, so once that is done, we will be simply saving this particular strategy, and now we will see how it has taken the trades in this case. All right, so just give me a minute for this. So what I will do is, just 1 more minute, please. So I will just open this particular strategy. So see, this is the strategy that I've created for that particular purpose. So we will just check the conditions and the trades that it has taken today. All right. So as you can see, this is the multi-time frame strategy that we created with the same condition, that whenever the super trend is the closes above 5 minute basis, that is the same condition, and the 1 minute condition, then it should take the call option. So over here, we will see now how it has taken the trade based on the notification log that is generated. So as you can see, this particular trade happened at so and so time, right? So at 1:16 p.m. it has taken the call option and it has exited at 1:24. So we will see different trades that it has taken. So for example, if I want to check the last entry condition, then I will go to notification log. So this will also teach you how to check the notification log. All right. So for example, at 2:39 p.m. it has taken the entry in call of 34,800 put of 25 quantity, right? So what we will do is 34,800 is over here. So this is the trade that it has taken at 2:39 p.m. Today, right? So we will see why this trade was taken and how the condition was met. All right. So over here, I will just go to notification log, and in the entry condition, we will check the values of the parameters. So what is our entry condition? So we have put an entry condition that the close of the 5-minute candle should be greater than the super trend value of on a 5-2 basis on a 5-minute candle, right? So over here, if you see the position close on a 5-minute candle -1, this particular value is what? 34,638. All right. And it is basically greater than the super trend value. That is the candle value. The super trend value is basically 34,549. So this value, that is basically the close value, is greater than the super trend value that is there over here. All right. 34,549. So this greater than this is basically the condition, means that this condition is true. Now we will see the same for the close is greater than super trend value on a 1-minute basis. All right. So over here, if you see this particular condition on a 1-minute basis, that the position close on a 1-minute basis, its value is 34,682. And the position close of a super trend on a 1-minute basis for super trend is basically 34,647. So if you see 34,682 is greater than 34,647. So that is the reason why both these conditions are true, and because of which it has taken the trade. So it has also checked the net quantity also above. So if you see the net quantity of 111 should be equal to 0, and hence since it is 0, that's the reason why that condition is also true. And net quantity of 211 should also be equal to 0. That is the reason why that particular condition is also true. All right. So this is how, when both the time conditions get met, then this particular trade becomes true. All right. So after this, this is how you check the notification log as well. So during the day, since basically at the same time, we will also check the exit condition. So over here, since the exit condition was met at around 248 for this particular call option, right? So we will check why that happened. So over here, we will see the 34,800 call option was exited at 248. Our PNL was basically 500 points. That is 20 points from here, right? Either when you bought, either it should be a 500 points is basically 225 is the lot size. So 20 points would be 500 rupees. So that's the reason why from 298, when the call option price reached to 278, it hit a stop loss condition. So that also you can check from the logs over here. So as you can see, if I just go to the notification log, and if I see the exit condition satisfied, so over here the log tells me that the traded instrument name entry PNL 111, the PNL at that time was 517, whereas the condition for exit was 500. So if you go to the exit condition 111, our condition was that it should be either 500 profit or 500 loss. So that's when this particular condition was met, that is minus 500 was met. That's the reason why this particular call got exited. So that is how this particular trade kept on happening during the day. And after I deployed this during around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it got exited, and it took the trades at around in the call option only, because if you see the markets today, it was uptrending in the afternoon. So that's the reason why it has taken only call options. If it was downtrending, then it would have taken the put options as well. All right. So that is how you can check the conditions, and that is how a multi-time frame strategy can be created on Tradetron. All right. Now I will take some questions from you. So yeah, so if you want to get a premium of ATM, should return a value? No, sir, this will require custom coding, because you don't know at what time the ATM price would be 100, right? So you will have to create a variable where it will store the value of that particular 100, and it will check for that particular position. So for repair and all, right, sir, for this, you have to watch our video. So this is our YouTube channel. So Tradetron YouTube is the channel. Over here, we have created multiple almost 300 to 400 videos we have created for building a strategy on Tradetron. So once you start watching these videos, all of these videos, once you watch, you will automatically get to know how to use different parameters of Tradetron. So for that, you can get in touch with them, with our team, and also we will help you out with whatever doubts you have while creating your strategy. So you will have to get in touch with us for that, sir. At the same time, what is the next question that we have? Explain trailing option. So trailing option also we have videos on that, sir. So basically this video, this webinar was about the multi-time frame analysis. So if you want trailing stop loss, trailing, right? So you can just search trailing over here, and over here you will get different videos on what trailing stop loss means and how to create a trailing stop loss on Tradetron. Also for trailing stop loss, we have trailing stop loss on Tradetron. We have written an entire blog. So you can read this trailing stop loss on Tradetron. This blog you can read to understand how trailing stop loss works in Tradetron. At the same time, you also so there are three support options that we have. First is this chat box, which this chat box is open from 9 a.m. in the morning till 12 o'clock in the night. So you can get in touch with us any point in time. And if you have any queries, you can get in touch with us and we will help you out during the day. At the same time, if you want to have a call support, then you can contact on this particular number. That is there Mumbai call center numbers. You can contact on this number and you can ask your queries that you may have about your strategies or other things. And also you can raise a support ticket over here by clicking on this support, and you can raise an open ticket, open a new ticket with all the queries that you may have, and we will answer the questions that you may have regarding your strategy or whatever questions you may have. All right. So that is one part. How to get the premium of ATM. So premium of ATM, you cannot decide basically what can be the premium, right? So on Thursday, the premium for ATM will be 150, right? So on this thing, on Friday, the premium will be around 400. So if you want a specific value for ATM, that will require custom coding, but you can just simply type ATM, or if you want to check on spot basis, what should be the ATM. In that case, we have a blog written, we have the video also, how to create a check basically on spot, SPOT. So if you check how to basically strike selection based on spot prices. So you can check this video to understand how to do that. At the same time, if you want basically how to create a strategy based on spot, that also is explained in this particular video. So you can go through. So this on Tradetron YouTube channel, right? This channel, we have hundreds of videos, 300 to 400 videos are covered in this, and it has almost all the answers, questions answered. All right. This problems related with the algorithm. Yes, of course, you can select, discuss anything that you want on the algo support. So yeah, so if you want premium based, that also is there. So if you go to this particular Q&A is Tradetron.tech. So yeah, I will just show you a blog, and if you want, I will post it in the chat box also right now. So if you want premium based, right? Premium, you can just simply type. Wait 1 second, not premium. How to select strike based on options premium value, all right? So if you see this blog, right, it will show you a formula. This is the formula that you have to use. Find strike in order to find the premium, whichever is, this example is of 340. So you can create a premium. So for example, if you want 100 rupees as the premium, then you can follow this particular formula in the strike FX, and it will automatically select formula based on that. All right. So all those things are available. So you can contact our support and they will help you out with whatever queries you may have. All right. Not strike selection need 8. Sir, I told you, right? So that will require basically combined premium is also available. So if you want, so strikes need ATM premium is basically, you will have to create a custom code for that in basically Python language. So you will have to basically get in touch with us in the support team, and you will have to get that custom coded. There is no specific formula to know the premium of ATM. So over here, if you want combined premium, so this is the strategy that we have created, combined. If you just search combined over here, you will see that create a strategy based on combined premium of options. So you can create a strategy based on that also. All right. So I hope I have answered your questions. And if you have any queries, you can get in touch with us as support, and we will be able to help you out. For backtesting, TT does data of 2 to 3 months of FN. So we have data from 2020. So for the past 2.5 years, right? You can backtest your strategy on Tradetron for FNO data. Yes. So you can do that on Tradetron for this thing. If I consider 30-minute time frame, India market opens for trading, TT considers 9 hours market open. So ideally, there is a trade at 9:45. Yeah, it will take the trade, but just that the candle size will be different. So candles chart will be different from 1 hour candle chart will be different of Tradetron with other service providers. Can I check the conditions for all FNO stocks in one? Yes, you can do that. So you can do that also. So in edit strategy, right? So we have the filters over here. There is a list, right? So all the futures FNO. So you can select this particular list and check the conditions on that. So instead of Nifty 50, you can select basically that. So yeah, so you can create. So there is a blog on for positions Ironfly. So there is this position detail blog, right? So you can read this positions detail. So there is this entire blog that we have written with different examples for positions detail keyword and how to use it. So you can go through this particular blog and see the different examples that are there. So you can, according to that, you can build your condition after checking this condition. All right. So yeah, I hope this strategy creation webinar was helpful to you. If you have any questions, you can get in touch with us. PNL keyword was for universal exit, right? No, so this is traded instrument PNL. So there are two types of PNL keyword, right? So this is traded instrument PNL. The PNL that you are talking about is basically this PNL. So this PNL, this individual PNL keyword, if I put greater than number, suppose 500, this will check strategy level PNL. But this PNL, traded instrument PNL for 111, it will check PNL only of the call option. That is the instrument that is traded in that particular set. All right. So that is the difference that is there. All right. Anything else? Today's webinar? Yes, yes. So we have already recorded this, and I will be uploading this on the Tradetron YouTube channel. So every time, that is what we do. So every Friday when we have this webinar, we create these videos and we record it and we upload it on YouTube channel. So you can watch this webinar at any point in time as per your convenience, and you can understand. So that's the reason why the issues or the things that we have already covered in previous webinars, we are not covering it right now. So you can watch those videos and understand how to do that. So all of the videos are available and it will be helpful for you. So almost there are in fact a lot of the conditions that are there, which have already been discussed in all of the videos. So you will be able to understand it easily. All right. Okay. If you manually close one of the positions, sir, those are questions you have to ask in this thing, the chat box, sir, or support. In webinar, we will not be able to discuss that right now. So yeah, so in simple terms, what happens is if you close anything at, manually, it will not be recorded in Tradetron, because Tradetron will check only the positions that are traded from Tradetron. So Tradetron, you cannot basically update that. So in that case, if you want to exit a particular strategy, right? So whenever a strategy is active, like, so for example, if there is a one particular strategy that I have uploaded right now, that is supposed to active. So this is basically live entered, right? So anytime you want to exit a strategy, you will see this option of exit. So once you click on this exit, it will automatically exit from your trading terminal also. So always use that option to exit. If you manually exit it, then Tradetron doesn't know. In Tradetron, even if you have squared off this particular option of 16,150, Tradetron will consider it as active, because Tradetron doesn't know that you have traded it. So you cannot update that. So even whenever you basically close out the position manually, make sure that you delete the deployment and deploy it as a fresh deployment. Writing TT assistant will TT help us in writing the logic for executing? So TT quant service and TT assistant will be able to help you out. You can write to support@Tradetron.tech. Only one position we exit, but we want strategy to continue. So no, so you will have to put the point of algo is that you will have to create that condition in such a way that it will be executed by algo only. You cannot do anything manually in between, right? That algo will not know that. That's what the whole point of algo is. So if you want to have manual trading as well as algo trading, then it won't work simultaneously. All right. So, or else you have to make that condition that only one position you have to exit from Tradetron by using repair conditions or so, and adjust that into your strategy, or else it will not work. Okay. Anything else? I hope this was useful. So I will upload this video, and yeah, you will be able to. I hope that this will be useful to you, sir. Okay, I think we are almost done with the time. Last 2 minutes I have. Yeah, quickly, sir, please. No, so after entering the trade, you should not do any changes in the strategy. Please make sure that whenever you make a change, make sure that you redeploy the strategy again. All right, because it may or may not impact the particular strategy. If you keep on changing it, then at the same time, the algo will not capture it, and the calculations will go for a toss. So whenever you make a change before deploying the strategy, make sure that you create the strategy and basically upload the strategy as a fresh deployment. Do not change in between. So yeah, so basically that can happen in the morning. If there is some server delay, then in that case, live prices may get a little delayed if depending on the data vendor prices that we get. So that can be a few seconds delay, but if you refresh it, it should be fine. But at the same time, the condition check that happens, that will always be right, because at the back end, the data is running perfectly fine. So only on the dashboard, these prices, you might find that, you know, the prices may be slightly delayed, maybe 2 to 3 seconds delay, or maybe 4-5 seconds delay. But at the back end, the condition is check is happening every second, so that you don't have to worry in terms of the trade. All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good weekend, and I hope this was useful. Thank you.